What are the big three anime and what do they represent in today's modern day of anime? Well, for starters, the big three is a term given by the Western fanbase of Shonen Jump in the early to mid 2000s. The big three were a group of three consistent series that were able to, at the time, surpass every other series in Weekly Shonen Jump. These specific series included One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. For the time and age of the big three, it really was something memorable and breathtaking. There were hardly any other series at the time you can name that could come anywhere close to the big three in terms of reputation. Honestly, when we take a look at just specifically the sales of the big three and how they are compared to other manga at the time, it really wasn't even close, especially when we go into the later 2010s. Now, just to clarify, there are a lot of misunderstandings between what is and what isn't the big three. A lot of people like to assume that Dragon Ball was in the big three and or even newer series such as My Hero Academia and Black Clover. But just to put it simply, this is a term. Like I said at the beginning of this video, the big three is a term given by the Western fanbase of Shonen Jump at that specific time of the early to mid 2000s. It was the three pillars of Shonen Jump consisted of One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. As for myself, I stated that I do think that maybe in the future, when we are in a new era of anime and manga, that it is possible to see a brand new term coming to the mix of the current generation of anime and manga. But obviously something different from the big three, as that wouldn't make sense. Moving forward, I do believe at the time of the big three, there could have been a potentially something else thrown into the mix to displace, I don't know, Bleach maybe? Because yeah, of course Bleach had its time on the top, but it just wasn't as consistent as the other two big three members, One Piece and Naruto. But since that didn't happen, Bleach remained in the big three as it should be. Now, for someone who is a fan of, how should I say this, old to new generation anime and manga fan, including since to me what I consider old as a series as Dragon Ball and Yu Yu Hakusho and Akira for example, and new series such as The Promised Neverland, My Hero Academia, Black Clover, and so many more. Personally, if you ask me, when we take a look right into the middle between the old generation and the new generation of anime and manga, we have the generation of the big three, which is in my opinion probably the best time we've had for anime and manga just yet. As for the big three specifically, when we take a look at One Piece for starters, it is the one and only remaining member of the original big three left and still to this day remains on top. But not to mention, as of this year, One Piece was recently passed up for sales of the year by none other than Kimetsu no Yaiba Demon Slayer, but only for sales of this year. One Piece still remains on top for the most selling manga of all time to this day. Then we have Naruto. Naruto is a series that I fairly enough enjoyed in its entirety. Well, maybe not its entirety. And of course, finally, we have Bleach. Bleach, I mean, to be honest, to tell you the truth, was a series that was close enough to be dethroned by another series at the time of the big three, but managed to stay on top with the rest of the big three. As for the big three as a whole, I couldn't imagine a better group of series to ever exist, and at least right now that is. I mean, just the mix between the three is amazing, and it's really cool to see what can become a manga moving on to the next generation. Speaking of the next generation, and brand new anime and returning ones as well, that are coming back for the next season, in which this case I'm talking about Bleach and its final season to be returning 2021 and or 2022. If we really take a look at what is to come, it's like the big three has never left. If you would like to include Boruto with Naruto, and obviously since One Piece is still ongoing, it's like the big three never left and there is still more to come from what the big three has to offer. If you ask me, the big three is something I don't think will ever leave in terms of the memories we have shared from all these series in the big three. It's something that as long as anime and manga are still a thing, that it will forever be in the mix and be a part of anime and manga history, and for as long as that's the case, the big three will forever and always will be the big three of anime. Hey, what's going on everyone? I hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on the video and share it with your friends. Also, if you do happen to be new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And don't forget, if you did have any thoughts on the video, make sure to leave a comment down below letting me know what you thought about the video. With that everyone, my Twitter is @AnimeAugie, and I will catch each and every single one of you guys in the next video. Peace.